Recently, I've had students ask some questions. What does Wing Chun do if you're facing against this opponent? What does Wing Chun do if you're facing against that opponent? Well, I'm going to go over some scenarios today, and we're going to go over how do you fight against different opponents. But before that, I want to get into a couple things that you need principle-wise. In any type of fight situation, you got to make a decision first of all. Everything you do in life starts with a decision, whether what you're going to eat for breakfast that day to how you're going to drive for work. 1 and B is that you've got to have the courage to back up that decision. How do you develop courage? Well, you got to practice. That's right, you actually have to practice. And you got to practice your butt off, because with practice, you'll be able to develop confidence. With confidence, you'll be able to apply the courage to actually do your decision. And the third thing that you need is that you've got to be aggressive. In any type of self-defense fight situation, you can't let the person dictate the terms. Remember, you're a Wing Chun person. You're going to play the Wing Chun game. I'm not going to try to box with a boxer. I'm not going to try to kick with a kicker. I'm not going to try to go to the ground with an MMA guy. Yes, Wing Chun does have ground fighting. Wing Chun is a complete art. It has everything from ground fighting to fighting on 2 feet and everything in between. But that doesn't mean that I want to try to go to the ground. In a real life situation, you're out in the back alley, it's going to be concrete, glass, nails, who knows what else is back there. You want to be rolling around on that? Hell no. The other reason why you need to be aggressive is because to apply your skill best in that blink of an eye second when you're going to do it, moving force has to meet moving force for you to apply that skill. If moving force meets not moving force is going to run over not moving force each and every time. Think about the linebacker and the running back in football. If that running back is standing still, that linebacker is going to make that tackle every time. But if that running back wants to try to apply that skill, to try to make a move to get past that linebacker, you got to make that contact, and then after contact happens, while he can control himself, then he can make that move to get past that linebacker. That's why that contact is so important, and you've got to meet that contact with your own moving force. So, let's run through a couple scenarios now, and we'll break down what I'm doing Wing Chun wise and why I'm doing it too. So, the first one is going to be against the karate guy. So, as he comes in, he throws a punch here, and a block. So, what did I do there? Well, if he's coming in, I have to come in just with that same type of ferocity in my motion too. If I move in half speed, his motion here is just going to throw me back. And in Wing Chun, you always want to be going forward. The only time you go backwards is only upon contact, and when that force is so much here, then it pushes me back. That's the only time you're going to step back in Wing Chun. Otherwise, you should always be going forward. So, what did I do in that scenario? I'm coming in here. Now notice right here, we're outside each other's range. As soon as I'm coming in within his kicking range here, I'm throwing my hands up. I'm catching his force. I'm going for the attack, catching his force here. We intercept each other's motion. I'm coming in and blocking the palms down. I feel the next line of attack is open, so I come in here with low chop. Now, my next line of attack, I always want to switch hands. So I'm going to attack with my right hand. I'm coming in here, hocking with my left. Phoenix eye to his face with my right hand. And now I feel the line of attack open right here. Finally, my tongue. The main thing is, though, you've got to go in. You're going to close the gap on that person. Wing Chun is excellent at closing that gap. But you've got to go in to meet that. You can't sit there and dance with the person. So, let's do our next scenario. Now he's going to do a roundhouse kick. So I come in here. So, same thing. Even if he's a kicker. Once that I'm in the kicking range right here, that's where I've got to explode forward. Get past that kicking range so it's no longer a threat. Remember like what I said before with being aggressive. If my moving force is moving in, and in that fixed moment he's on 1 foot doing his kick, my moving force will run over his static position in that. So what did I do there? I came in here, limiting the threat of the kick, center line punch, uppercut, inside diagonal punch. Again, you gotta have the courage to go in. If you're scared of getting hit, then you're gonna get hit. So, next scenario, let's say Western boxing. So, what did I do there? Well, in that first one, he threw a jab. Now, notice I've been saying self-defense fighting, not sparring. You know, you never want to do a drill where, let's say like, he's a boxer and he's throwing punches and I'm trying to squat it as punches and do stuff like that. That is a horrible, horrible tool to practice. You're not really developing anything from it. All you're doing is learning to chase and swat flies. That's it. And you're moving backwards. If this boxer has any true skill, he's going to run your ass down and knock you on your butt before you even know what happened. So, like I said, everything you do, you've got to be able to go in. The only way for me to be safe is to actually go in. He throws that punch, he retracted. I don't chase it. He throws that punch again, I come in here, bomb chop. He throws that cross hook, and I lock chop again right here. I'm not worried about that second punch at all. My guard is already up. I've attacked with that first hand already, with that lock chop. He threw that second punch, I flow with it, and lock chop here. I'm sorry, that was a bomb chop on that first one. So, let's go through one more scenario. Let's say he's the MMA guy who wants to ground and pound. So, he's here. Now, let's see what I did there. Like I said before, with Wing Chun, teaches you many, many things. One important thing that it teaches you is to always have that target. My target is just his center right there. With my guard hand, I always just target his center. That's it. It's simple. So if his target's up, my hands are up. If the target goes down, my hands go down. It's pretty easy. So if he comes in here, he can fake whatever he wants. As soon as he comes in here, I adjust, I come south, low punch, finish off with a knee. So, how is it that you're able to apply this skill? Well, that's where Chi Sao comes in. Chi Sao teaches you many, 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 many principles. But in a nutshell, you could break it down to three basic things. It teaches you how to form your guard. Again, another thing it teaches you, target the center. Everything I do, always have to target the center. So that no matter what, if I come in here, I can punch. His hands are up, I can come in here, lock punch here. Doesn't matter. But I always have to have focus. I always have to have a target. If you don't have a target, you'd be a ship lost at sea. Everything you do in life, you gotta have a focus, you gotta have a target if you want to accomplish that task. And in this case, that task is self-defense and taking this guy out. The last thing it teaches you, and this is where the lots and lots of practice comes in, it's teaching you how to put your body in the right position with holding the right muscular tension on it while constantly adjusting your body and to that exterior force is acting on it. So, and he comes in here and he does the punch, right? Well, because of my Chi Sao, I'm able to come in and adjust this guy's position before us. I block the bombs out. Now I notice here, come in lock, and low chop. Why? Because I feel that the next line open is to come in here. How I feel that line? Because of all the hours of Chi Sao we do. It can be a very challenging bridge to cross, from translating Chi Sao to closing the gap application. You know, and everything you do in Chi Sao, really, remember, it's for development. You're developing the skill to fight. Chi Sao itself isn't fighting, and that's why there's a pretty difficult bridge to cross. You see a lot of people try to do it, but you know, it just takes lots and lots of practice. So, hope you go out and practice, and see you next time. All right, I'm going to start a new couple video series here. Some students recently asked, what does Wing Chun do if you're facing against discipline? Or what does Wing Chun do if you're facing against that opponent? Well, today we're going to answer some of those questions. I want you to look for a common theme of what we're doing as we go through these scenarios, okay? So, let's run through the scenario versus a karate man. So I'm going to be the Wing Chun guy, I'll be the karate man guy. So, you see the karate guy?